sing for the Lord, produce for the Lord every waking moment, everything we do, every single minute. We have a song that says every millisecond, every single millisecond be in service to God.
All right, that's the message Kanye West brought to his Sunday service experience with no less than mega pastor Joel Osteen in Houston. The Institute founder, Father Robert Zirko, joins us right now. He welcomes these developments with the Acton Institute. This is something you look to encourage, right? Good to see you, Father.
Yeah, good to see you again, Neil. Yes, I want to encourage it if it's authentic and it has some depth. It doesn't encourage me that Joel Osteen is involved in this because this is a whole different thing. But as I listened to Kanye West's interview on Apple, introducing the album, I'm impressed with this man's intellect, the seriousness of his approach. I hope he gets the right people around him because this goes right to the heart of what is wrong in our culture, the materialism, the over-sexualization of the culture, the disrespect for the dignity of human life. And this man seems fearless. I mean, it's not unprecedented that a person has a deep conversion and gets knocked off their horse, right, in Christianity.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking St. Paul the Apostle. But as you go down through history, Dorothy Day or John, I'm sorry, his name just went out of my head, the one who wrote Amazing Grace that saved a wretch like me. The man had been a slave owner and became a great abolitionist. So, I mean, conversions can happen, but they take the right environment. And I hope that he's surrounded with that.
You know, maybe it was you who said we can't pick and choose our messengers, but we should endorse the message. And the message here is bringing people to faith who typically wouldn't be drawn to it. And I'm wondering if something was ignited here that goes beyond what we're reporting on here.
Yeah, now, the people that he is presenting this message to, especially the prisoners and other young people, the nuns, N-O-N-E-S, who have abandoned faith, really need a solid foundation, not just an emotional experience. They can get that anywhere. But it's amazing to see the response to his album, the 3 million views on YouTube of his interview. So I think this is really worth pondering and considering, and I want to encourage the right elements here and the authenticity of the experience.
Maybe disavow me of the notion, cynical maybe, because I might be a reporter here, that this isn't to sell an album. This isn't to advance Kanye's well-known business and far-flung media empire.
Yeah, this was my first reaction as well. I have to confess to you, Neil, this may come as a shock, but I am not a great follower of rap music. So
well, we booked the wrong guest then, clearly. All right.
I guess you did. I guess you did. This isn't exactly Palestrina. But, you know, when I listen to the man talk, I have to say this is an intelligent man. This is a man who is culturally sophisticated.
Oh, no, you're right. He's riveting. I caught this one interview he did, I guess, on Netflix with David Letterman, and I just had a whole new, I knew he was, you know, brilliant and all of that, and very creative, and the demons he'd been modeling. But you didn't realize the depth that the guy had. I guess I wonder whether this will change an environment where church attendance is down in this country, those who, you know, identify with religion is down in this country and across the world. Could this be the start of reversing that?
You know, this is what's intriguing to me about it, is you get a wedge and it could begin to ignite a discussion. Again, it has to be a deep thing because the roots of our cultural malaise, our cultural denigration are deep. So the healing has to be deep. And this is why I want to emphasize the importance of this thing being authentic and rooted to a tradition. I mean, Christianity really formed Western civilization, and I've been saying for a long time it can reform it if we have the right people in place and the right thinking in place.
Do you think the Pope would ever hook up with him?
I could see that easily. That's not a stretch. It's Osteen I'm worried about.
Why that? Why do you worry about Osteen?
Well, Osteen is a propagator of what's called prosperity gospel, and this is, in my mind, the inverse of liberation theology. Liberation theology said the sign of God's blessing is that you're poor. Osteen says the sign of God's blessing is that you're rich. And I say a plague on both their houses, that it's not your bank account, it's your sincere, authentic response to the call of God. And so it would be great if I could broker a meeting with the Pope and Kanye West. I'd be happy to do it.
We hear that he watches on YouTube, so we'll see what happens. Father, it's always a pleasure to have you, my friend. Thank you very, very much.
Good to be with you. Be well.